As believers, sometimes we face difficult and confusing questions. Questions that arise when it seems like God's actions clash with human logic. Now, when I say it like that, it probably seems rather obvious what is good and right. But in the moments of anxiety and pain, our crisis can skew our own sense of timing and perspective. In all reality, when God doesn't move as fast as we think He should, we begin to doubt God. And as the Holy Spirit taught us last week, doubt is not necessarily a sinful thing. Actually, it's a natural thing as we grow spiritually. Yet it is how we deal with this doubt and how we process it which determines the state of our hearts. This week, Pastor Allen will continue in Habakkuk 2 as the prophet wrestles through this great question: why does God seem to delay the destruction of Israel's oppressors? I think we often share in Habakkuk's sentiment, right? When we wrong someone else, we beg for mercy and grace. Yet when we're the ones that are wronged, justice cannot come fast enough. Doubt begins to creep in as we wonder why God is taking so long. We question whether or not God cares for our trouble or if He's even paying attention to our afflictions. When God's judgment that we expect doesn't come when we want it to, we find ourselves doubting God's fairness and goodness. We ask, why do the wicked always prosper? We look to see if the corrupt are being held accountable for their oppression of the helpless. Because of all the evil we witness in this world, we find ourselves wondering, does God even notice? Is God even there? Well, our passage this week helps us to answer these questions. God's justice, just like all of God's attributes, is not subject to our sense of appropriate timing. Just because we cannot see God's justice on our own timetable does not mean that He is not active. So I hope you'll join us tomorrow as the Holy Spirit speaks through Pastor Allen and we seek to better understand God's justice. God bless.